afternoon from the New York Stock Exchange. I'm Caroline Woods, coming to you from high above the trading floor on this Monday, December 1st. Happy Monday, happy December, the final month of the year. And we're kicking things off on a bit of a downbeat tone. There are red arrows across the board today, with almost every sector lower to start the month. The one exception is energy, which is holding in positive territory. On the Dow, the biggest drags right now are Goldman Sachs and IBM. Strategy, Shopify, and Broadcom are dragging the Nasdaq lower. And over on the S&P 500, Robinhood and Coinbase are among the day's biggest laggards. Bitcoin's pullback isn't helping sentiment. Crypto is under pressure across the board. Bitcoin is trading around $85,000, more than 30% below its October highs. The digital currency dipped below $90,000 late last month for the first time since April and has since struggled to stay above that level. Traders are continuing to rotate out of risk-on assets, keeping pressure on crypto and other high volatility assets. Now, one of the things the market does have working for it is seasonality. Historically, December tends to be a good month for stocks. The S&P 500 has gained just over 1% on average, making December the third strongest month of the year, going all the way back to 1950. That's according to the Stock Traders Almanac. That said, November is usually the strongest month of the year. Last week, we saw a nice bounce. The S&P 500 rallied nearly 4%, the Nasdaq surged almost 5%, and the Dow gained more than 3%. But when you look at the full month, the story was more mixed. The S&P 500 and Dow were basically flat for November, while the Nasdaq actually fell 1.5%, ending a 7-month winning streak. At one point, though, the Nasdaq was down nearly 8% from its October close. So while it was a rocky month, it could have been worse. That said, there are some notable winners today. NVIDIA and Synopsys are both higher on deal news. NVIDIA invested $2 billion in Synopsys common stock as part of a broad strategic partnership, combining NVIDIA's AI and accelerated computing with Synopsys' engineering software to speed up design, simulation, and digital twin capabilities across industries. Wynn Resorts is also one of the top performers on the S&P 500 today. Goldman Sachs just added the casino and hotel chain to its conviction buy list, calling its Las Vegas business best in class and noting that a recovery in China's Macau region could unlock major upside. Deckers and Ulta Beauty are both higher today as well. Now, speaking of retail, today is Cyber Monday, one of the biggest online shopping days of the year. According to Adobe Analytics, shoppers are expected to spend around $14.2 billion online today, up more than 6% from last year and building on a strong Black Friday. On Black Friday itself, online spending hit a record $11.8 billion, with many shoppers turning to chatbots and other technology to compare prices and snag deals. Discount retailers are taking center stage this week. Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and Five Below are all reporting earnings, and each has outperformed the major indexes this year, with gains of nearly 50% or more. They've benefited from a surge in consumer trade downs as inflation remains sticky and many households stay budget conscious. In other news, Zootopia 2 topped the box office for the holiday weekend. The Disney sequel earned $156 million in North America over 5 days and $400 million internationally, for a global total of $556 million, the biggest worldwide start ever for an animated film and the fourth highest for any Hollywood release. Meanwhile, Wicked for Good, which opened last week, earned an estimated $93 million over 5 days, bringing its 10-day domestic total to $270.4 million and putting it on track to reach around $400 million globally. And with Thanksgiving behind us, it's time to get into the holiday spirit, and McDonald's is joining in on the fun. Starting tomorrow, McDonald's is releasing a limited edition Happy Meal inspired by one of Christmas's grumpiest characters, the Grinch, of course. The meal will feature a new menu item, dill pickle Grinch salt fries, along with a pair of Grinch-themed socks in various colors. McDonald's says the meal was a hit in Canada, which led the decision to bring it to the U.S. just in time for the holidays. That's all for now. I'll be back here tomorrow with another market check-in. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Caroline Woods.